It's a Monday edition of Red Sox Now, presented by Fan Arch right here on YouTube. I'm your host, Mike Antonellis, bright and early with another episode. I know it was a tough weekend for the Red Sox. They lose another series. They've dropped 5 of 6. We had that epic pitching matchup on Friday night. It turned out pretty good, but the Braves just a little bit better than the epic comeback on Saturday with a Rafael Devers walk-off. And then I thought, man, we look at all kinds of numbers, right? What does it say when you hit a grand slam at home and lose? That's what happened. Red Sox get that grand slam from Rafi. They take the lead, and those were the last runs, the only runs they would score, and they lose on Sunday 10-4, and they drop 10. No, they don't drop 10. They drop 2 of 3 in the series to Atlanta. We want you to comment, subscribe, and like the channel. Follow me on all of my social media channels at The Radio Mike. So, tough sledding. No Sunday fun day for the Red Sox. It was all fun for Atlanta. They banged out 16 hits. They had a pair of 3-run innings, including a 3-run eighth. Marcell Ozuna loves Fenway. He homered for the second straight day, his eighth. Let's see, the first 5 in their lineup had multi-hit games. I like that kid Baldwin behind the plate. And Verdugo had 3 hits. Riley had 3 hits. Atlanta had a good series. And Schwellenbach got the win to go to 3-3. Do you believe Atlanta has a guy named Blewett who pitches in relief and closed out the game? Blewett. Unbelievable. Sean Newcomb had to eat the end of that game. Brian Bayo, once again, struggling. The guys were talking about this on the radio, that the league percentage of throwing the ball in the zone is in the 50s. He's about 42%. Brian Bayo, to me, pitches like someone who doesn't have stuff. I cannot take his approach anymore. The nibbling. You throw 97, man. He's not aggressive enough. And there's too much of this. Not attacking hitters. It's not working for you. You know, I did this going into Sunday. The Red Sox allowed 47 homers. 37 weren't on fastballs. 7 on sliders. 8 on sinkers. 9 on sweepers. And the fastballs, 4-seam fastballs, they have allowed 10. 4 by Crochet. That's what he throws. I don't care. 1 by Chapman, and then 1 by Dobbins, Hendricks, Buehler, and Fitz. But Bayo, just to me, it's him and Houck do not look the same this year. They do not attack hitters, and I think it has shown up a big way. A really tough outing. The walks have been a problem for the Red Sox. He walked 5 over 4 1/3, 10 hits, 7 runs, all earned, struck out 3. Newcomb went 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs. He walked 2. The 7 walks, he struck out 4 and gave up a home run. But the Red Sox need to figure this out. I mean, yeah, it's great that they've had pitching depth, but due to performances, Houck's injured on the injured list. Bayo has had 3 bad starts in a row. So while it's great having all this depth, you're not performing. And it's been really tough to watch. Do we think Rafi has figured this out a little bit? Do we think he has? Walk-off home run. He knew he was getting a curveball 2 nights ago. 2 more hits from the 2 spot. I don't love that he hits second. I don't love that top 2. I feel like it should be Duran, Bregman, Devers, right-handed hitter, whoever that would be. But it's working for you, and it's hard to take a guy out of that lineup, in that spot of the lineup. He's hitting .289 now with 9 homers, 38 RBIs, 35 walks, on base of over 400. And I know a lot of people are they're talking about when John Henry visited, but I go back to this series, the Cleveland series, on April 26th. Since that series, Rafi was hitting .198 entering that series. He has hit .402 in the last 21 games since that Cleveland series with 7 homers and 24 RBIs, 14 walks, 7 doubles, on-base percentage of .495, and OPS of 1.239. I think it is safe to say that Rafi has figured it out. I mean, I feel like offensively the Red Sox lately have been bringing it. David Hamilton is playing more, and he's getting more hits. I've tried to tell people this. I know that they were disappointed in David Hamilton, but it's hard when you don't play, especially as a young guy. And he's now played 3 straight days where he's gotten in there. But in his last 3 starts, he is 6 for 10 at the plate. That's not bad. Getting a chance. 3 straight multi-hit games. He's actually hitting .393 in May. So he's getting a chance to play, and he's such a dynamic base stealer. 2 hits for him, 2 hits for Devers. Duran went 1 for 3 with a walk. Toro and Wong and Raffaello, who just keeps hitting, had the other hits. Red Sox had 8 in that loss on Sunday. What does this say? Okay, we want to get to this one. This is what, okay. Sox working out Christian Campbell at first base. What does this say about Christian Campbell? Well, if you think about it, the Red Sox were right on this. They thought this guy could handle playing in the big leagues. And I know he's struggled a bit offensively, and his average right now is .233, but the fact that he was in A-ball last year and he is showing he can play in the big leagues, I think is impressive. I think it says a lot about the guy that they are comfortable putting him at first base. And people were saying that he looked good in those drills, backhanding and picking baseballs. But this says a lot about him and the kind of guy he is, that he will handle it and that they trust that they can hand the keys to this guy. So I think it says a lot about Christian Campbell. Now, I thought of something today, and it's going to probably upset a lot of you. We are automatically thinking this is the path to Marcelo Meyer, and I very well could be wrong on this, but why wouldn't it have maybe have the path for David Hamilton? David Hamilton has had some really good games when he's proven he plays a lot. He did a pretty good job last year when he had a chance to play. And he's a better base runner than Meyer. I mean, David Hamilton hit .248 last year in 98 games with 8 home runs and stole 33 bases. So do we know that this is definitely the plan if Campbell slides over? Is it Meyer that plays every day at second? Most likely it is. He's been playing second base. But could it also be David Hamilton? We will see. We will see how this all works out. Thanks for watching a Monday edition of Red Sox Now. As we change series, Monday night, Red Sox are back at it with this 10-game homestand when they take on the Mets, the red-hot Mets. And the Red Sox will have Hunter Dobbins on the mound, 2-1 with a 3.90 ERA, and we'll talk all about it on Tuesday. So we appreciate you watching another episode of Red Sox Now. Find me on all of my social media channels at The Radio Mike. It is presented by FanArch right here on YouTube, and a happy Monday.